Kind Martins and Foxes. We are on to Tuesday's maths lesson, which is lesson 5. Last week you did your maths lessons with Mrs. Smale. This week I will be doing a few of them. I thought we would just recap last week before we move on. Last week you learned how to measure in centimetres and metres. You also learnt that there are 100 centimetres in a metre and that there are 1,000 metres in a kilometre, in 1 kilometre. This is our in focus for the day. On the right hand side of the page, there is a chart. On the left is the names of the people, Hannah, Charles, Lulu, Elliot and Holly, and on the right is their height. Notice that some of these are written in centimetres and some of them are metres and centimetres. The question is, who is taller, Charles or Lulu? Using the methods you did last week, so partitioning, could you explore this in focus and see if you could work out who is taller? Pause the video and have a little go. Okay, let's run through it together. Now, I've decided that I am going to change Lulu's measurement into metres and centimetres. Lulu is 105 centimetres tall. I know that 100 centimetres is the same as 1 metre. I also know that 5 centimetres can stay as 5 centimetres. So Lulu is 1 metre, sorry for the drawing, and 5 centimetres long. Very bizarre looking 5. Now that both Lulu and Charles are measured in metres and centimetres, we can compare the two lengths and see who is the tallest. Charles is the tallest because he is 45 centimetres taller than Lulu. Tick if you got that right. So let's see the methods that we can do it. Now, they have a slightly different method to us. I chose to change Lulu's measurement. They are choosing to change Charles. They partitioned the number, just like we did. 1 metre is the same as 100 centimetres, and 50 centimetres is 50 centimetres. What they have done is they've added the two together to get 100 centimetres. Now we can see that Charles and Lulu are the same measurement. Both of them are measured in centimetres. If we compare the two lengths together, 100 centimetres, 150 centimetres and 105 centimetres, we can see that Charles is taller. Method 2 is the method that we chose to do. We split 105 centimetres into 100 centimetres and 5 centimetres, and we recognise that 100 centimetres is the same as 1 metre. When we added them together, she was 1 metre and 5 centimetres long. When we put them next to each other, we can now see they're both metres and centimetres, and that Charles is the tallest. Moving on to our guided practice. Now, you can either pause this and have a go on your own, or you can continue watching where I will do the first one with you and then you shall have a go at the second one on your own. At the top, we have Ruby and Amira. They would like to know who ran the longer distance. Amira is measured in metres, 2,450 metres. Ruby is measured in metres and kilometres. She ran 2 kilometres and 45 metres. So we need to convert one of those measurements. I'm going to convert this one. Now my first step is to partition. I've partitioned it into kilometres and into metres. I know that 2 kilometres is the same as 2 5,000 meters. Apologies if you can hear my mouse. Now these are both in meters, I can add them together. I've added them together, 2,000 meters and 45 meters together, to find out that Ruby ran 2,045 meters. Now these are both the same measurement, I can compare the two lengths and find out who ran the longer distance. I've put the two answers together so I can compare the lengths. Now I can see that it is Amira who ran the longest distance. I would recommend that you draw your columns at the top, as some people might think, oh, it's definitely Ruby because she has more ones. You need to work from the largest number first. They both have 2,000, but Amira ran 400, and that's a lot more than Ruby. So start with the bigger numbers first when you're comparing the two. Pause the video and have a go at doing the second question by yourself. It might be helpful for you to highlight the measurements and highlight the key parts. For example, 5 kilometers and 80 meters, 5,800 meters, or 508 meters. You've got this week, next week, and last week. Which of these distances is longer? Which one will you need to convert? Have a go and unpause the video when you've finished. Okay, here is the answer. I'd like you to tick it if it is correct. What I've done is I've put a little coloured dot so you can see where the answers are from. So this week he ran 5,800 metres, which I've dotted green here. Next week he plans to run 580 metres. I've dotted it in blue. Last week was the measurement that they converted. At the top, it's written in kilometres and metres. They've changed it all into metres, and I've written down how you can do that here. They partitioned it. They knew that 5 kilometres was the same as 5,000 metres, and they added the two together. If we look at these measurements all together, we can see that 5,800 was the longest distance. So tick that if you had it right. Well done for having a go. Okay, so this is the part where you would normally get all your workbooks out and you'd complete a certain worksheet and go to a certain page. Unfortunately, you can't do that. So if you look on Teams, the worksheet will be put up and the answers will also be on another sheet. I will, however, in a second though, go through the answers and show them on the board. For those children who are super keen or super quick, I have a challenge for you. I'd like you to see if you could make 2 conversion tables for the in-focus task. So you might need to go further back in the video to see that again. On one of the tables, can you convert all of their heights, all of those measurements, to just meters? And on the other table, can you convert and make all of their heights kilometers, kilometers and meters? If you do manage to do the challenge, don't forget to take a picture and upload it so we can see who has pushed themselves even further. Here is your warning, the answer's about to go up, so if you're still watching this video and you haven't had a go at doing the answers yet, please pause it so you don't see them. Okay, so for question 1, you needed to fill it in the blanks. It tells you how high Holly, Lulu and Amira are. It would like to know who is the tallest, who is the shortest, and can you arrange them in height. Now I know some people find these measurements tricky, but we could also have a look at the picture to help us. It's clear that this one says 100, and I will put the measurements up for these two. Holly is the tallest, so give yourself a tick if you got that one right. Lulu is the shortest. Oh, don't want that. Lulu is the shortest, and if we were to put them into height order, making sure tallest to shortest, Holly was the tallest, Amira was in the middle, and Lulu was the shortest. Well done if you got all of them right and you put lots of effort in. Our next question. Ravi wants to walk the shortest. Let's underline that because that's key. The distance to Charles' house. Here are the different routes you can take. Which one should Ravi take? Which one would be the shortest? So you would need to look at these. This one is written in meters. This one is kilometers and meters. So this is the one that you would need to convert. Ravi should take number A because this one is the shortest and it measures 1 kilometer and 30 meters. So actually Maths No Problem has converted these two into kilometers and meters. Give yourself a tick if you have that right. Our final question was shortest to longest. Have a look at the board and tick the ones that you have right. Remember, there is no harm in getting answers wrong. That's how we learn. Well done. And that's it for today's lesson. Well done for having a go and for working really, really hard. We will speak to you in the next lesson.